Yeah, I'm doing this because then we don't have to reach so far.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
With
I know.
my T-Rex arms.
It's all right.
Well, they're not quite that bad. Well, it's 1 o'clock, and
This is why we're on a
we are on brand. Woo! We are live and local.
It's not our 9:17 between 9:24 that we 9ish that we normally do.
Yeah, so now it's 1-ish.
Yeah.
And I think I texted 12:30-ish. Yes, and it's like, yeah, it's okay, whatever.
Well, first it was 1, and then you were like 12:30. It should be great because then you have a hard stop before, and then
sometimes you want to give the loose cannon the hard stop, a ceiling, if you will.
I hear that.
So how are you doing? Are you tired?
Tired. Yeah.
What going on?
A lot going on. We have we're just trying to work through some stuff still at home with the kiddo.
And a lot of social battery draining events because this week is the last of this quarter's Real Producers. But I gotta say, they've all done North Dallas and North Fort Worth were banging.
No, I heard.
Oh yeah, that's right. You weren't at Hotel.
My husband was.
Yeah. Reed was there.
Reed had a great time, by the way. That was
Reed
great.
was there.
Yes.
Yeah, that was banging, and so it was very cool. And I'm also in the process of it. So it's cool to have All Roads Lead to Rome eventually.
Sure.
I was telling you beforehand, before we went live, that I just got done doing. So I've done the content because, God, you've been with RP now for a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
Is it like 2 years? Is it 2 years?
2 years in the more liaison consulting space, and then been a part of it.
I saw you there a bajillion years ago. But now I'm talking about where they give you the microphone.
Got it.
Every
Yes.
time. Yeah.
This is my second year. I'm 18 months in.
Okay, year and a half. Yes. Well, obviously, I've been all there the whole time as well, and doing a lot over the years. And it's so cool now to where I made it in a private portal for us doing content for Real Producers that we wouldn't not that we wouldn't offer it to somebody else, but it's a deal, and it's also for the people that RSVP to the events.
Yeah.
And it's a way to get content now because I think we've hit on a couple of things where the machine just works.
Dude, how many views did we have on our last Unemployable?
It's like 3,000. I'm like, what are these people doing? Yeah, I sent you that screenshot. And I'm like, what the hell?
Look, it's authenticity. We're riffing on personal stuff, professional stuff, all the other stuff that's going on in the world.
Yes, and eating clean.
Ish. Give me your can. Let me see your can.
Polar's good. It's aluminum, but whatever.
Natural flavors. You're welcome.
But what's weird?
What?
Is when they put what is it? Spindrift is the one that has. I'm like, oh, that's too much, dude.
Yeah, no, it's hard, but it's like, can we just figure out? I mean, you like the natural. That's good natural flavor in it.
Yeah, I want it to taste like kind of purple, but just a hint of purple.
Yeah. It's great. You wanted that nice purple chemical taste, from your childhood.
Yes, exactly. It's
okay.
I don't want fruit. I want fruit flavored things.
I know. We're aware.
Yes.
It's all right. You know what? Live it up. If that's the worst you're doing.
Agreed. That is my philosophy in a nutshell. It's like, if this is what does me in after everything leading up to age 36, joke's on me.
I know, right? You're like, I did what?
Yeah.
And fizzy water did me in?
Yeah, joke's on me.
They did see an uptick when it really got on the scene that people were having gastritis and other things from it because the bubbles were too much in their stomach. And so people were really having major...
They were having abdominal distress?
Yeah.
Is that kind of back? Do you remember?
What?
Was it Olestra? What was the shit that they put in the Doritos?
Chips?
Yeah.
And they gave you anal leakage?
Yeah, that you would...
Yeah. I mean, it said might cause anal leakage. Olean.
Might.
It was Olean. That's what it was.
Olean, yeah. But I think Olestra was the thing. And then, of course, they come up with a clever name.
Yeah.
It's Olean.
Olean.
It's not Olestra. It's Olean.
Yeah. Man, we've been falling for this crap for a while now, haven't we?
Oh, my God. And I'm...
Snackwells.
Yeah.
Fat-free cookies. You can eat the whole sleeve. Right?
Yes.
I mean...
My current
sugar-free everything.
I do like, I'm having a little, not a little, abdominal movement and pressure.
Okay.
I love the sugar-free red vines and the sugar-free like Jolly Rancher gummies.
Anything that says sugar-free is chemically injected.
Yeah, it's like maltitol and a handful of others. Erythritol.
I mean, you can say all of these. This is the crazy part. For somebody that was just talking about, like, you want to get shredded like Sylvester Stallone.
But only I want the injections that he has.
Oh, you want the instant gratification.
Yes. I said I need to go to like the Pac Rim.
The HGH or whatever it
is. Or like the Dominican Republic or whatever and get some sort of monkey hormone.
No, but my point is you have to do something after it to like generate the muscle.
Well, yeah, then I would be like totally motivated.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. Well, I would be powered by monkey hormone.
Yeah. That's what we need. Self-driving car powered by monkey hormones, right?
I'm going to put that on my business card.
Oh, my gosh. Please don't.
Robot car, monkey hormone.
Monkey hormone.
Call me.
Anywho, what else has been going on this week? I mean, it's only Tuesday or past few days. Like, what day is it?
Well, it feels like I've done... So I did a lot over the weekend that was just... it's kind of like admin stuff, but also, you know, every once in a while you'll have like admin, gang tackle on something.
You get hyper focused on it, trying to triage.
Yeah, and then it could actually move the needle.
Yeah.
And so like yesterday, so I built the secret portal for the RP thing, and then I showed it to Jordan this morning. So that's cool.
Okay.
The contract is on for listing concierge with Coldwell Banker.
Awesome.
So that's cool. Excuse me. And then...
Is your fizzy water coming back up?
It is. Yes, I am. Oh, it's at war with the sugar-free gummy.
Oh, my God. I don't know what to do with you. Anyways, go ahead.
So we have the, on the 26th, the guys from my extended family here with Daniel and everybody at EXP Commercial, they're having this AI guy come in from California that has this system that... I need to see it in action, like put in 123 Main Street from scratch.
Sure.
But I got to say, the final product that I saw on an existing listing was awesome. And then right now today, Cruz, probably like right this minute or very soon, is shooting for those guys. And we've now done a show where they talk live about the property.
I saw that. That was cool.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I liked it.
And that was... courtesy of Zach, learning the gimmicks over there and dialing it in. And a lot of it is like somebody to throw an idea out and it's like, I think we can do that.
Can always do it.
Yeah.
There's always a will and a way. There just might be a better one. No, but you know what's so important right now is the listing content, I think more so than anything, because since the demand is so lethargic, you really have to entice somebody to want to see a house right now.
Yes.
And so... think about your consumption when you got or whatever else. I get on the TikToks all the time. That's what gets me. I'm like, oh, I need one of those.
Okay.
Because I see it in action.
Have you seen the TikTok about dead internet?
No, give me a second. We'll go down that road.
Okay.
God. Anyways, one day at a time.
Yeah.
So, but listing content is it's so important how you're presenting it, how you're positioning it, because people, again, don't want to buy your tired crap, but they also want to buy a change of life.
Yes.
That lifestyle change. So it's got to be a different pace of what they're doing now, because they're probably going to be spending more money unless they're downsizing. Even then, they could be spending more money on their monthly payment. But it was interesting. So, very good friends, colleagues of mine, they were selling their own home. They're realtors. They're phenomenal. But kudos to them to know that they're emotionally attached and have inherent bias, right?
Yep.
And said, we need your eyes. And we're going to get the house ready. Asked me a couple of things on things they should do precursory. There's things that they were already going to do, updated their bathroom. They had an older AC system. And, $650,000 house in Frisco has a pool, roof's 8-9 years old, all these, but the house is in beautiful condition. They're wonderful homeowners. But I said, look, you can replace AC at commercial grade cost more so than they're going to ask for it. And they're going to ask for it because ACs, foundation, roofs, and pools are the 4 things that people are most skittish on because there is a lot of cost associated with that.
A lot to go haywire.
Yeah. So I told them, I said, get the roof inspection. You already know the roof's fine, but get it documented, get the roof inspection, replace the AC. They had already done some master bath renovations. The rest of the home was beautiful. And then the foundation was checked out a couple years ago, but it had stabilizer piers, a decade prior. And I said, get a structural engineer out because a general inspector is going to screw you over and tell you that this is out of tolerance and you need to get it fixed, right? Yeah. It's great. No, it's fine. And so they kind of, she pushed back. My friend did a little bit. We really need to do all that. I'm like, I'm telling you, the headache and the emotional charge that you're going to get during contract is so different. So they did both of those things. And then I told them they were going live on Friday. I said, you're going to have multiple offers. I said, I think you're going to have a couple offers by Tuesday. By Tuesday evening, they had 2 offers. Here's the crazy part. They executed the first one that was a contingency. I walked them through. Here's the next one came and was cash, but it was kind of a weird situation how it came around. And they keep their word. They're in the marketplace, all this other stuff. No, we already gave our word that we're going to work this one. This cash backup offer has literally now thrown $50,000 to the original buyer to go away. They want it that they want it that badly. Right?
Booyah.
And I am telling you right now, it's because the way they presented it in person, but it's the way we collectively put their marketing together as a team.
Yeah, and it was also proactively solving things that were at the very least, best case scenario, they're a mystery. Could go out in 6 months, could go out in 6 years.
Yeah, but that's what they did all of those things, and then you turn around, and that's why it's so important because even them, they probably wouldn't have done it. Well, they wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
But they needed outside third-party counsel that wasn't emotionally attached, and that's
objective third party.
That's why. Look, if you want to try to do for sale by owner when you don't even do this for a living and don't know what this looks like, you're going to end up paying the dumbass tax.
Yeah,
and that's
the cage fight when it comes where it's like it's a buyer's market, kids.
Yeah, I mean now, and beautifully so. I mean they got what they wanted out of the house, and it's been. I mean everything's worked out, but it's like, are you really seeing people sit there and throw money like that on it to the same capacity?
And to your initial argument, it happens whenever you approach it like it's a buyer's market.
And it's and you sit there and you turn around and you give them a full transparent picture of the health and wellness of the house going into it. You give them a desirable product, a lifestyle change, all of these other things. Of course I scope creep to the original buyers and I'm like, okay, they're right around the corner, but it's a bigger 2-story house. This is a 1-story and it's got a pool. It's a lifestyle change. They're in their 60s. Grandbabies are going to come over for the pool. Yeah, they don't want to do all that kind of stuff. So it's like they wanted a lifestyle change and this presented a lifestyle change for them. And that's what I think people need to understand right now is stuff is still selling, but it's to the discernible buyer. And so you need to do something differently. Here's another, I mean, we're seeing a lot of unrepresented buyers coming into the marketplace too.
Because of all the changes.
I think just more so they feel like they could create, a little bit of a more like we're going to go straight to you, or I know how I'm going to do this. And
I learned it on TikTok.
Well, it's funny. I have another listing where the neighbors actually got the dad and mom to purchase the house because all the families on that side of town now. And so now the elderly parents are going to move into the house next door, which is great.
My mom and dad did that.
But he declined representation. He was like, I'm comfortable with all of this. Well, I told him from jump. I said, well, understand, I can't give you counsel. I can only give you facts pertaining to the house.
Numbers.
I represent Katie and Dean, and I told Katie and Dean what to do to go over the house next door, and here are the terms. Are you guys comfortable with these terms? We are. We're going to go present them to make this friendly. But at the same time, I knew I checked it to where we would provide a survey, but if the survey wasn't acceptable by the lender, that the buyer was going to have to.
Yeah.
So he texts me and says, Ashley, a new survey is being completed, but it's been my experience that normally is a seller paid expense. No. So it's just interesting. I mean, it's interesting the tone and the temper into the marketplace. I mean, it's still been a great transaction, but I think there's so much information out there, but you don't know what filter you're putting it through. So AI is not going to be able to tell you what all of these things are, and you're leaving money on the table.
Yes. Well, and I love the idea of I can't remember which hustle porn person it was. I think it was a Gary V thing where he's like, market in the year that we're living. Mm-hmm. I'm paraphrasing, but that was the gist of it. And so like, you're like, okay, hey, let's approach the transaction like it's 2026 and it's a buyer's market in North Texas. Well, when you do that, you've eliminated so many objections that don't even come up.
Sure.
And then you've alleviated all this anxiety and pressure.
Yep.
And then you get 50 grand thrown at, which it's like, that's
Isn't
ridiculous.
that insane?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Absolutely insane. So that tells you, I mean, again, we've got more product than we've ever seen on the marketplace, but we don't have great product. And they're good houses to still be purchased and sold in this market. And who knows what's going to happen with interest rates? I mean, the price of oil just went really down.
Yes.
So, there's a lot of things moving parts.
It's exciting.
It is exciting, but that's why you guys continuing to dial in on different abilities to really get the message across and the marketing of the properties and the people and the salespeople and the techniques. I mean, we need this. We have to stay top of mind and front of mind.
Like, kudos to guys like, well, first off, Zach was, able to help with, the cool thing about Paul is, so he comes to me with like these sort of half-baked ideas, or more just like, you don't know what you don't know. And
can we build the airplane mid-flight?
Yeah. And it's like, how about the moon?
Why not?
Yeah. Okay. And so it turns into this sort of build the plane in midair, experiment, and then it's like, okay, we have this set up, and then I'm able to go like, well, if you think that you can manage the clicker and be live on the internet at the same time,
go for it.
Let's do it.
See
and
what
he
happens.
did.
That's great.
And he did. And it came out kick-ass, especially for the first time in the first run up the hill.
I love that.
I was like, that was amazing. And so now today, the most fun for me is when something like that works, and then Cruise is shooting their new, probably $2 million listing or whatever today. And it was like, okay, let's take what we learned last week whenever you were doing the little gimmick on the slideshow or whatever. And it's a giant, rectangle. And then you're a little person down here talking about how it's easy. You can golf course views or whatever, a backyard oasis. But let's take that. And then when you're out there today with Cruise, let's shoot footage instead of a still photo. Let's shoot footage about what you're going to talk about, and then let's shoot vertical footage of the same thing in the same angle, so then in post-production I can have the team put that over top of the reel that goes out.
Interesting.
So it doesn't look like a shoehorned piece of crap. It looked better than a piece of crap. That's a little bit, I'm a little bit harsh there. But the idea is,
no, you're just dialing it in.
Yeah, we're dialing it in. And like that to me is the exciting thing. And I was telling Zach in between, like in intermission today between shows, that every step of the way, this becomes more of a unique proposition to give people. And it's like, okay, well, I didn't invent any of this. You know what I mean? But there is a thing where like, I know that nobody in North Texas has the different verticals that all now kind of sync up.
Sure.
As far as, okay, the team's out in the field doing whatever. Okay, then we're going to the RP event or what, and we're doing that. And then we're going to meet the agents there, and then we're going to come in.
No, you're the conduit to agent media in North Texas at this point. Good job, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we're trying. And oh my God, I'm looking at this stuff today and it's like, okay, I get instantly self-critical when I'm like, oh my God, in 4K.
Oh, I know. I was doing the same thing. I'm like, gummit. I mean, sit there and
the flyaways. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
that's what makes me want to have pack rim monkey hormone.
You don't need pack rim monkey hormones. Hey, let's talk about something different for a second.
Okay.
I have not been watching a ton of the soccer, but have you been watching the clips?
No.
You haven't?
No.
It's all the people from like UK and Europe and like Japan that have been here.
Oh, that they're shitting themselves over how cool America is?
Yeah.
That I did see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what we needed to see out of all this. People might not be watching soccer, as much as they had in the past, but they were watching these soccer fans come, and really specifically also Texas, right?
Yes.
And they're going, this is some cool crap, man.
Oh man,
Buc-ee's.
Yeah, there was like whatever nationality, wherever the hell they were from, but it's like Mexican street tacos and Tex-Mex, and the guy's like, this might be the best meal I've ever eaten in my life.
He's from UK now. Admittedly, I mean, that is not
they have baked beans for breakfast.
Yeah,
come on,
it's not great. But then you had the Germans going to Waffle House. Thought that was the greatest experience ever.
H-A-U-S.
Yeah,
Waffle House.
Oh yeah, House. Yes.
Waffle House.
That's That right there should be the new gimmick where you make off-brand T-shirts, and everybody will know what you're talking about.
Waffle with a V.
Yeah.
Waffle House.
Yes, I think it's perfect. Oh my gosh, it's great. And then
the Etsy store is coming soon.
we should do that.
You act like I wouldn't.
Dude, I'm totally on that. We'll just have different unemployable T-shirts, everything else, and make our own merch.
I've got the AI over there making me stick figure animated 1950s flying saucer videos.
Of course you do. Okay, one more thing.
Oh, yeah,
before we go into a weird topic. Not that these aren't always weird. And then the Japanese. They're so excited. They're eating barbecue. They've been to the Buc-ee's.
Is that the guy that said that Texas Roadhouse? There was somebody that said, just generic Texas chain steakhouse. They're like, this is unbelievable.
And you sit there and you're like, and people just crap on. No, I'm not going to say like all of that is like fine dining cuisine.
No, of course not.
But we are consistently told how awful we are.
Right. And the truth is, our above average kicks ass over just about anywhere in the world.
So that's what it's so
Why do you
interesting.
think I called it Studio USA? Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro. And then did you see the Japanese after the soccer game cleaned the stadium?
I've seen that. They did that somewhere else too, maybe South America, where it was like it was a place that was used to just getting blown out.
Yeah. And that's amazing. And then you sit there and you're like, this actually might have been a wholesome thing we've all had, gotten to experience and watch.
Yes. And the fact that, of course, it's been, I don't know, cool or whatever to just shit on the United States for however long. And it's like, that wears me out. Yeah. But like there where it's like, okay, these people don't have a dog in the fight.
Yep.
And they come in and they're stoked. And then I was shocked that the UFC card from the White House was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we don't have to go down all the different layers of it, but it was. I mean, like the showmanship and to sit there and actually celebrate.
Yes, Well, and they had 80,000 people on the lawn, like across the the field.
Flyovers, like all that other
shit was
stuff.
Killer.
I know. So I mean, again, we're in a world where people are consuming something, and there is a production value that has to be there for people to be entertained and want to come back or do something. And now, of course, I mean, people are arguing that what was that appropriate in the White House? I don't know. Who's to say what's appropriate or not appropriate anymore?
Everybody out there, ask GPT how many presidents throughout history were wrestlers. Like the famous thing of like Abraham Lincoln just beating the shit out of guys, and just like back then it was like they take off your shirts and wrestle.
Duel. Yeah, it duels.
Yeah.
No, but I think that's where we get into this place where we're always weaponizing a narrative for the space that we want. And so of course it's, there's half the people think it's highly inappropriate that it happened, and half the people think it's the coolest thing they've ever seen. And I think that's just the hyperpolarization.
It was awesome. Full stop. Yeah. And it's like, hey, you know what? The cool thing is you're allowed to have your own opinion and be wrong. Two things can be true at the same time.
Two things can be true at the same time. So, I mean, that's where I think it's just difficult now. People will sit there and turn around and look at that and they'll go, "That's black and white." Well, no, that's in color. No, it's black and white.
The part to me that becomes problematic is, why do you care what my opinion is, and why does that somehow obligate you to say something, to act a certain way, just whatever. It's like, if you don't like it, cool, don't watch. I don't care. Looks like they had the other thing that was like simultaneously or whatever, like some kind of concert or something. And I saw clips of it. And it's like, wow, that was your counter programming? Okay, I guess we all like different things.
Yeah.
But like, I don't give a shit. And then why would I say like, oh, that's dumb? Why wouldn't they, whatever.
Here's the other great thing you get to do. If you're watching it like this, you go, next.
Right.
Like, I
Keep
don't know
scrolling.
I mean, that's where I am. I'm constantly going,
But see, like, I was raised in the Wild West of the internet where, did you ever see the old IMDb bulletin boards and chats?
No.
It was some of the greatest internet. It was like, new movie comes out, Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day. You would have flame wars for the ages and just and threads that were 1,100 comments long and just hell with the lid off, and it was totally uncensored and it was glorious.
That was before the bots got in.
Well, no, then it was before that we had to nerf the world.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, somebody had their feelings hurt by a comment on the bulletin board for Hocus Pocus 2 or whatever. And
you had to go there with the hocus pocus, didn't you? That's what it was. No, I totally agree. And I think that's the hardest thing of raising kids in today's day and age, because there's no way I can stop her from consuming all of this stuff. But the algorithms and everything else are going to feed based on, how long you're sitting on a piece of content, whether you're looking at it in disdain or in being enamored with it. I saw a meme, actually, it was a TikTok, and it was basically like, oh, you had a sneeze and you paused over frog content. Let me show you frog content for the next 30 hours.
Yes,
You're like,
exactly.
I just sneezed and wasn't able to scroll fast enough.
So you like frogs?
So you like frogs.
Yes.
And I think that's the hard part, is realizing there's so much heaviness out, and we can police ourselves. Don't do a good job, but we can sit there and say, okay, I need to turn this over, or I don't need to watch this right now because this is a little too heavy and it's getting in my space.
And I'm all for, and I do it often. There's a few nerd boards, like comic book nerds, movie nerds, or whatever, that I will intentionally go in there to pick a fight. Where
of course you will.
I'm literally, it's like the flame on. We're going. It's flame wars right now, right here, and
you and Reese in the Grayson County housing Facebook groups. Like, he's just like, or you just even just the Sherman Facebook. He's on all of them because we manage so many properties up there, and he's like, you gotta see this shit that's going on today. It's like Florida man stuff, right?
Yes.
I mean, like, he's doing that. And he's like, I just really want to comment, just like go in there and drop something and then just like pull myself out.
Yes. Well, and I again, I'm a veteran of Internet 1.0 when it was completely uncensored and whatever. And then it's like, I will also find that thing that they find annoying, and then I'm just like, I'm gonna drag the dead horse out, and I'm just gonna like put in an 8-hour shift of just beating the dead horse.
I mean, that's what I love you for.
For example.
We have an example.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, where I'm going with this is that I will, if I'm in that mood, it's like, I'm not going to go get on Facebook with people I know.
No, you're going to go to like this.
Yeah, I'm going to go to an anonymous or semi-anonymous thing with my totally made-up gimmick name that's hilarious, by the way. I'll tell you it off.
I was going to say offline.
Offline. But I will jump in and I will throw a dead cat in the middle of the room and start a fight, and then I will answer every comment with Joe Biden gifs and or like quotes, but I will construct a complete and total sentence and paragraph in
It's hysterical.
Because that would be maddening if you were on the other side of it.
So that's your outlet?
One of them.
One of them?
Yeah. I also like just good old fashioned like 80s pro wrestling, where it's like there. So like if I'm frustrated about something or whatever, I'm going to vent by doing anonymous flame war stuff with the nerds. Or if I'm just over it,
with you.
I'm going to just turn my brain off and I'm going to watch Hulk Hogan beat up King Kong Bundy. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my I hate to admit, I watch Bravo trash.
Oh.
Yeah. That's where
example?
It's shifting because I'm getting older and there's different things. So like Real Housewives used to be it, and now it just doesn't hit the same anymore. They're not.
So now are you watching it like, are you watching it out of disgust?
Yeah, I do. I still watch it, and I'm just like,
watch.
I know it's it's a hate watch, and I'm like, what are you doing? This is so dumb because they've gotten so high on their own supply, and the original.
Oh yeah.
The original greatness of it was all these dumpster fire women that had influence in their communities, but it wasn't external. It wasn't to the rest of the world.
Oh.
And then they get inherent influence outside of their communities, and it's just this,
and then they're famous for being famous, which is the American way.
It's awful. But I totally was on top of the Summer House Scamanda stuff. Have you seen anything about that?
Not.
It's great. It's great.
No. Now I also too like sometimes, at least in sobriety. Sometimes like a good self-righteous anger. Oh, it's like the last available high. That sort of like that adrenaline and that dopamine and all that. So I can get on X and I could be like volcano pissed like within 10 minutes.
Oh, it's 10 minutes. I mean, a minute and a half.
That's true.
You can do that. But that's not healthy for me because I can't go to a dark place like that. I have to be a mom.
Yeah, that's far. Yeah,
so like, that's not,
I don't have those restrictions.
You don't. So instead, I go and I play pickleball. I mean,
there you go.
I can't go a show without talking about that.
Yes,
but it's Ace Frisco. But it is. I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing as the Bravo or the wrestling or anything else. It's just activity based.
And like Sunday, we actually went to the theater again.
Oh.
I'm really fond of Theater 3, which is in the Quadrangle.
Okay.
Down, it's like across the parking lot from Dave Pear Miller in town.
Yeah.
That's what I would have known as a landmark.
There was a bar in the Quadrangle back in the day that I used to go and get martinis from.
Anyways. Wow, where were you coming from? Were you like close to downtown?
I was probably, I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, I grew up in Rockwall, so you would go into Dallas.
Yeah, there you go. That's not far. It's not as far as people think.
No, it's not. It's just traffic. But
Theater 3, which is in the Quadrangle.
Got it.
And it's like a notch above, like Community Playhouse or whatever.
Okay.
And it's sort of in the round.
Got it.
We sat right down front, and a few of the scene interactions when they're moving are like from me to you. And it's like, oh, wow, okay, that's kind of cool. And there is something about, now I didn't know this was a musical because it was Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, which the old movie with Steve Martin and Michael Caine is awesome. It was hilarious. I saw it in the theater. Well, there was a musical. And so like, but they were good. But it's like one of those things like, had I known ahead of time? I don't know. But.
You don't regret it?
No, not at all.
No, that's good.
Not at all.
I like that.
There is something about live performance that's cool.
Man. If we had had these conversations a couple of years ago, you'd call yourself a liar.
Oh, what's funny is we're there, and I'm like, okay, drawback. I said it's a double-edged sword because we're out with the olds. Because it's the matinee on Sunday. It's 2:30, and the olds come out.
I love that.
And it was like, okay, it might take us an extra 20 minutes to get into the parking garage and get through. However, when you're in there, it's like nobody in here is going to get wasted and act a fool.
I know, so it's nice. Yeah, it's a great time.
Yes, and it's very reassuring. But that was so like there once a month we'll go do that or do something like that, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, and that's a totally different. I guess you would say that's sort of like a domesticated aspect of.
I know. That's why I think it's so cute. I mean, what happened? It's so great.
I don't know.
I mean, it's good though.
Yeah.
You have a feeling and a half now.
The lump of coal heart.
The lump of coal heart. You never had a lump of coal heart. It's just it was closed off for the wrong
there
people.
There you go. There you go.
You know.
Yeah. TBD.
TBD on that.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's like the weird part is, it's actually way easier than it's like I always hear like, oh, it's just such work. Relationships are work. I'm like, are they?
When you find somebody that you have natural synergy and you end up having great companionship with, it doesn't have to be. It's still hard, but you guys also don't have the ancillary things that create downward pressure in a relationship.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. You know, you've got this domesticated thing going on, but it is a little bit like playing house.
Oh, it's a lot.
It's a lot like playing house.
Yeah, so like right now, we're going through like the 80s genre movies. So like the other night we watched The Fog. John Carpenter's The Fog.
I was like 16 Candles? No, okay, got it. The Fog.
That's I guess technically it would fall under the umbrella of the John Hughes teen movie genre.
Yeah.
But when I say genre movies, I mean like it's either like robots punching monsters or it's like a vampire and a werewolf.
I don't know that we would have great like companionship outside of all this stuff together.
Dude,
you and Reese?
Oh yeah,
Primo.
Dude. Oh,
primo.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now I did and do. I haven't watched them in a long time, but you know, I like in The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
That's the exact age I was during The Breakfast. So like when I'm watching that, it was like, or when I saw it in the theater, it was like, oh,
that's me.
That would be exactly like everybody I'm in high school with. So that was a weird thing. And now to look back at it, with all those movies, to where like, okay, that was like oddly representative of what was happening right then.
And that's, there's an interesting take on that because obviously I had the same thing. I had waves of stuff when I was growing up that I can look back to and watch with Alex now. She's like, is that kind of how it was? I was like, yeah, we dressed like that, had really bad makeup. Like, yes, that's spot on. And then I go, what are these newer generations? What is
Nothing.
that I know. Isn't that
There
sad?
is. Okay, so now, dovetail, segue, dead internet. Okay. So
I figured that was what's going to happen.
So there's the one theory of essentially culture died with broadband internet.
Okay.
Where if you look at a movie from the year 2003, dude walking through the, walking through the street or walking down the street or walking through a building or whatever and put it to a movie from 6 months ago, you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Everything has become like this sort of stagnant, homogenized sort of look.
Yeah.
And then if you think generationally, like 50s, 60s, 70s,
you could tell
80s,
when they were produced.
90s. And then you have the early 2000s, which were like the bullshit new metal stuff, like whatever was like dying off from the 90s. But then
Fast and the Furious, sir. What's up? Fast and the Furious 72.
I actually watched those.
Me too.
At one point in time. No, like years later, like when there were like 8 of them.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, come on.
I mean, kind of. It's good stuff.
Well, because the thing is, it's like I'm a child of the 80s, so it's like I love the sort of jingoistic Rambo with a giant, machine gun or whatever and all that stuff. And the Vin Diesel thing, it was like, it's just not there.
But that was that generation where it was race cars and all of
and like Tokyo
all of that.
Drift or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, that was just different. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what is like my kid's generation is going to be unboxing toys with weird voices. Like,
yeah. Or now, thank God, since everything like Flame Wars on the nerd sites, it's because everything from my childhood has been desecrated and just put through like this shittification machine that just turned it into something that's unrecognizable. And they try to make it for a different audience or a broader audience, and they make it where nobody wants it.
Of course.
Like the Mandalorian movie just totally tanked.
Oh yeah, it wasn't good. I didn't go, but yeah.
Here's the thing. Like, Star Wars has sucked for a very long time. The first season of The Mandalorian is excellent.
Yeah.
And like it was like the first year of Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, they almost had you. They almost had me back. Nope.
Jumping into the Salvation Army bell bucket.
Yeah.
I know.
All that. Yeah. Feed me. All that.
But that's the thing. We have to like give us something culturally to get.
You're not allowed.
I know.
Not allowed.
This is sad.
Right. It's like, wow, okay, we have come to this like totally bereft of any originality.
Maybe the Japanese, Germans, and the people from the UK are
go
going
back and like, they have street tacos and like figure shit out.
I don't know. Maybe they'll just be like, then we'll make the movies.
Right.
About
what I was going to say there is all of the big tentpole stuff just sucks. And it's just garbage now. And the two things that have blown up are Obsession and Backrooms, which are literally Gen Z YouTubers and the concepts taken to, because it's like.
We went to Backrooms. My child loved it the whole time. And I'm going, what are we watching?
Oh, see, like, okay, so you're not familiar. Oh, see, like you weren't really, you weren't on drugs and on the internet all the time.
No, I wasn't.
So like the concept of like liminal spaces or like creepypasta or things that would have proliferated out of like the 4chans of the world, which is like the sink trap of the internet, or at least it used to be.
Yeah.
Things that would morph out of there that became like not urban legends in like we know they're not real, like the Thin Man or the Hat Man, like the Benadryl Hat Man.
Yes, I got you.
All that stuff. Well, now you have like Gen Z or whatever, maybe in their late 20s, early 30s, that then take an idea from that universe, which is probably, ironically, the most original shit that we've had in the last 25 years.
Yes.
Just a bunch of jag-offs on the internet and in some like sort of mom's basement somewhere. And it becomes a gigantic movie.
it works.
And it kills Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, and then it's like, that was like the Blair Witch Project.
Oh my God.
Of the time, right? I mean, but it was because it was like something just completely different, and it was a different production value.
And it was like super low budget.
It blew up, and that's where I was like, okay, this is more of like my Blair Witch. But it was just.
And before that, so going back to like at my house, we're going through like genre school or whatever. The original version of what the Blair Witch Project was the original John Carpenter's Halloween.
Yes.
Because until Blair Witch, it was the highest revenue versus budget equation in Hollywood history, where basically like made for $5 and it makes 500 million.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
awesome.
Blair Witch came, but like the thing with Blair Witch is like, and it was clever once, but like the whole found footage thing, like, oh, we found this videotape.
Bonus footage.
Well, yeah, we found this videotape, and it just so happens to have a complete narrative for a story. Like, wow, what are the odds? And it's like, okay, if you do it once, that's cool. Blair Witch was fine.
Yeah.
And the final shot where she's in the corner or whatever, and spoilers for the 30-year-old movie.
Yeah.
She's like, they're possessed. And they're just like, it was like, the payoff was that like one single shot at the end.
So it was funny. My mom and I were watching it by ourselves, and I think I was probably 16 when it came out, somewhere around there. And we're watching it in her room, and she just looks at me and we're like, this is so dumb. And then it goes off and everything else, and she goes, go turn it off. I'm like, you go turn it off. And like we sat there for a couple minutes, like nobody wanted to get up because you're freak smooth out, man. But those are the things that you remember. Like I remember that feeling, and we still laugh about it today. And I think that's what we're missing around culture and movies and everything else. It wasn't about watching the best graphics or anything like that. It was the feeling that you had, good, bad, or indifferent, right?
Yeah.
When you were watching it and with somebody else, and it created a bonding moment. And I think we just lack so much of that connectivity.
Yes. Well, and it was kind of a monoculture where, you know, like when I was a little kid, it was like the shit was either on TV right now and you watched it, or that's it, it's gone.
Sure.
You know, and then it's like, oh my Lord, whenever first cable happens and then VHS tapes, and it's like, what? And then you could actually like own the movie. Like, holy shit, I can watch John Carpenter's The Thing 175 times this year.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
Well, mine was Speed by Keanu Reeves. So one summer, I think I watched that movie 50 times.
I actually love that. So there's a subset of 90s movies where we crossed the Rubicon, where every movie was like this gigantic tentpole blockbuster thing. And it literally was, have you ever seen there's a website called tvtropes.com, but it carries over into every genre. And it would have all of these things where it's just like the checklist of things that a movie like that has to have. Yeah. Like, okay, the villain used to be the good guy. Yeah. Used to be a good guy. And then it's like, oh, he'll give himself away at this other time, but the only person that knows is that. And so like you go down the checklist and it's like, dude, that hits all the beats. And the idea that another one of my favorite movies from that time frame is Twister.
Oh yeah, Twister was good, and we tried to watch the second one. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't like the flying cow. So I mean,
like that.
But the production, I mean, like it was an experience.
Why do you not like the flying cow?
I just don't want to watch a cow fly. Made me sad. It did.
Okay, well, that was. And Zach could probably testify to this. That is like the post-production guys. Like, dude, I think we could make a cow fly through the thing.
So it's more of like, hey, what can we do after the fact to make this look even cooler?
At that point in time, CGI was like 5 minutes old.
Yeah.
And you had Jurassic Park, which still is really the high water mark for blending practical effects and CGI.
Sure.
And then everything after that became like, what kind of wackadoo shit can we shoehorn in? And it's like, flying cow? Awesome. And then...
Check.
Well, but then, because it goes directly from like flying cow to then they drive, the house is rolling. So the house is torn up and rolling and they drive through it.
Yeah. I mean...
Does it get any better than that? I ask you.
For today, I don't think it does. So we're ending on flying cows, the Blair Witch Project, and culture has gone to crap.
Yes.
But...
And also be careful with Blair Witch, because now I might have had a few extra curricular things.
Got it.
But it'll make you throw up.
It could make you throw up. Yeah. It's...
Don't tempt fate.
No, but you know what? All I know is I have a little bit of hope because the content from the World Cup, I'm here for it.
Yes,
and
that was like super wholesome and uplifting. I will give you that.
Okay, and the best thing I could see is if you do the Etsy shop T-shirt gimmick and the what did she say?
Waffle House.
Waffle House. Be great. I think it's fantastic.
Let's make it happen.
All right, next time on Unemployable, folks.